One time when my oldest was very young, she walked in on me, you know, getting my nut,
Because I need to, this pussy is not going to eat itself,
So
okay?
I once, if I did keep the evil away.
As it motherfucking should be. Proof that we existed and that we are fabulous. Yes. How you doing? Let me make sure my curls are chilling on the top of my head instead of trying to be loud and proud. You feel me? Kind of storm in the building. Apparently, this is another episode we starting on time, and I'm keeping it pretty natural. Let me see what I look like without the light. No, we gotta have the light. Gotta have. Ooh, fuck. Gotta have the light. Gotta have the light. I need to invest in a better light, but for now, we working with what we got. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, what do you say, mother? I want
Hey.
in the motherfucking building.
Building.
Yes,
What's
indeed.
up, gorgeous? What's up,
What's,
stunning?
what's going on,
What
Queen?
is given? You got the best moisturized face in the planet.
I mean, shit. I try to do my best with my age and not, what I'm saying, try to keep up like
Man.
how my mama be keeping up because she in her 70s,
Yeah, she fine too.
you know what I'm saying, in her 70s and don't really look like her
She's
70s. So I love that.
Man, no, she don't. I saw that Christmas video. I was like, for one thing, get it. For two, damn, that's a lot of work. For
Okay.
three, damn, mama still look bomb as hell.
Exactly, and thank you for that. Yes, because as you can see, she go all the way out
Come
and,
on.
and decorate the whole front. Talking about snow, even talk about snow in a place where you know ain't no goddamn snow at, but
Come
there's a sign
on.
about snow. Yes, either
She
way,
brought she brought Christmas to Panama. That's
right?
what she doing.
That's exactly what she doing. She is dead ass on some shit
Man.
like, no, Christmas is gonna be here and it's gonna be all up in the front
That's
of my
right.
house. Exactly. Like she
I
ain't
loved
gonna
it. It
play it.
made me want to get in the mood a little bit to be real, and I don't want to be doing nothing.
Girl, shoot. It's not even not want to do nothing, but just want to afford this shit in the first place, chat. Cause let's keep it real. All them lights and shit
I was gonna say that's a big ass bill, though.
that's a bill on top
That's
of
a bill.
the light bill that might show up looking at you crazy. Now, in
I'm
Paris,
over now.
I can't say because when I was there, I did see the light bill delivered, and I remember her light bill was like $19 and change. So I'm
Mm.
saying her light bill ain't gonna be that crazy for Christmas. You know what I mean? I refuse to believe that if her
Mm.
regular light bill is $19, then we
That
not
makes
going
sense.
we not going too
Light
high.
bill, a U.S. light bill, forget it.
Well, you know, shit, you would have had to have all your lights off for the whole month for your bill to show up at $19. Like you wouldn't turn on the light at all. and only and the $19 are gonna be just the taxes and shit. You know what I'm saying? For them coming to read the meter and all that bullshit. You feel me? That's what the fuck the
Come on now.
$19 gonna be. But girl,
That's right.
But girl,
What's
let me tell
up?
you something. I know you got shit to talk about. I got shit to talk about too.
Good.
I first and foremost, I want to go ahead. We want to go ahead and say to the people, Happy New Year, because by the time
Happy
this episode drops on YouTube, it's gonna be 2025. You feel me? So Happy New Year for motherhood.
love. Happy New Year. What's up?
Yes,
MS Emmers.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
We
And
got
the
December,
and
man.
the main thing I want to talk about, not only do I want to get into people business, because of course by then, I mean, shit, it might be some updates in people business by then too, but I want to talk about people business, and I also want to I want to lead into what not to do in 2025.
Ah, okay. Ooh,
Because
okay.
because while we talk because while before I want to talk about people business, I want to go ahead and say that these online relationships, these relationship goals that motherfuckers be talking about, bro, you don't know
Please
what's
don't.
really going on behind the scenes. That
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't know is who cheating on who. You don't know who making more money than who, so who feeling themselves based on how much money they making. Or you don't know if somebody is sitting around, just using a relationship as a financial gain in the first place. Like you don't know,
Or a publicity stunt.
or a publicity stunt. Like you don't know what the
You
fuck is
don't know.
going on. So while we outside, talking about that's relationship goals, and we love how their relationship is going, and da 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 da, and we want that, we want that, we want that, and then we find out all shit ain't really sugar when people start pulling out receipts online. Then you know what I'm saying? Like case in point, we most certainly called out that whole papoose and Remy Ma shit.
We did.
Fuck, we
We
did.
did.
Yes, the fuck we did.
Because by the time I woke up to use the bathroom and saw that tea going on, I was like, Kai and I just talked about this shit.
Word.
And then I went on another panel, like another live, shout out to Evolution and the crew. And we was talking about it there. I didn't go into too much detail, but hey, I'm gonna let you lead on this one because I know that I know it's a big deal. The reason why I say it's a big deal, just real quick, is because there was so many people rooting for that. And it's like, your parents getting split up again, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So there's kind of that. And it's like, had we not even seen that, had that not been portrayed, that would not have had an effect on the masses. You are putting your shit out there. People are actually praying for your family, whether you know it or not. That's pretty incredible. Now, also, there might be people preying on your downfall, which we would never endorse. Fuck that. I want to begin by saying to the family, we're talking about Remy and Papoose. We still love you guys individually, just as fans. I would say I just pray that y'all work it out behind the scenes, and it sounds like they're trying to do that at this point, but they weren't.
At least we hope that that's what's going on, because
Right.
it's been quiet, like for right now as we're talking about it in this time. I mean, like I said, by the time we drop this episode in 2025, there might be updates, there might not be updates, but you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, the main reason why I wanted to talk about that, yes, because like I said, we called it out, but at the same time, it's also going back to what I just said too. Like, we look up to that, to relate to relationships, and you know what I'm saying, you see what they portray on social media, and you know what I mean, and you go with it, and you know what I'm saying, and you fall in love with with the picture that's being portrayed in front of you. And then when shit hits the fan, that's when you say, oh damn, because on one side they got a lot of people saying, yo, first and foremost, while she was in jail, you talking about he was holding her down. Shit, the fact is he had a slew of chicks that he was hitting here, hitting there, and you know what I'm saying. So and then by the time she came out of jail, you know what I'm saying, he still was in cahoots with chicks, and they was, you know what I'm saying. And then she found out that there's a particular chick that they was both working together to rob her out of money.
And then you got Papoose side where he said, you know, she got this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and then we called it out too. Like, you know what I'm saying? She came out, she done did surgery on her body, you know what I'm saying? She damn sure is making it a point to show her body at every point in you know, every and any point, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you could look at it as that. It's like, yo, obviously you wasn't feeling married, you know what I'm saying? Because you was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But and then also at the same time, you could say to yourself that maybe you know, they had a relationship and maybe they was, you know, cheating in peace, you know, on both sides for the longest, and in the midst of cheating in peace, it probably got a little disrespectful. It probably got, you know, to the point where it was like, oh, like I don't love you anymore, or I don't want to have this relationship with you, or I don't want to, you know, do this fake facade. And to me, it still looks bad that he was the first one to say something. Like he was the first one to write the song verse on fucking on Instagram about what the fuck was going on. But yet at the same time, you know, we did hear, you know, months ago, whenever it happened, that you know what I'm saying, that she had a battle rap, and motherfuckers was talking about her, and he knocked homeboy out and all this extra shit. So we've been hearing the rumors, and for the most part, I know me personally, I was just hoping that it was kind of rumors and shit, because at the end of the day, I wasn't looking at them like couple goals, but I was like, yo, I definitely want to see them, you know what I'm saying, succeed. I want to see their relationship succeed. But the way you see it now, it's like, ooh, child, and y'all really splitting up publicly, and y'all doing it in the messiest way possible. I wish you would have kept this shit to yourself, because nobody wanted to know about. At least anybody, I feel like anybody that's real fans of them don't want to know about their business. Like I prefer not knowing your business. Like there's got to be some part of your life that I don't need to know about. Like for real.
It had to be, there had to be, and shout out to Fat Joe. Everybody needs a homie like that, because when they question him, because of course he's close to the both of them, he's like, I ain't saying shit, or he didn't say that, but he's like, I'm not saying anything, I'm not commenting on it. I am their child's godfather. So that to me shows so much love, you know what I mean? And that's what I love to see. Now, if I'll point out a couple of things. These are things that I analyze, just taking, and sometimes it's what they don't say too, right? So one thing I analyzed was there was drops and hints of domestic violence, whether that was coming from both or whatever, but things got physical at some point. That's what I collected in things that Remy said, right? And then I also there was also this hint of this whole, I would say, a propaganda, I don't know, this ploy to portray this thing, right? And to push this thing that should be beautiful in itself. So it's like there was some of that, and then there was also when, you know, this is not even, we already knew that this, you know, things were going awry. I think it was hinted at, but like no one was saying anything, and we were all speculating. I think one of the realest dudes in this motherfucking shit, even though he got knocked out, was the block captain. You know, and according to him, you know what I'm saying? According to him, he's kept it real the whole motherfucking time.
And honestly, it has been at his expense, because people, his last post that I saw on the Shade Room, where he was saying that the main reason why he found out about him and Remy was because he bugged Remy's car.
Exactly. Exactly.
And people was laughing in the comments. I ain't going for. I put up a emoji like, because at the same time, it kind of looks like you gossiping, but at the same time, it definitely gives you trying to defend the whole situation based on the fact that the whole thing is that you got knocked out. you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be open, you're gonna open your mouth to say something about that shit regardless. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, you're right. He been keeping it the realest out of
The realest out of I would say everybody involved. And so another thing is that what I was gonna say about Papoose is like he does portray like this good, clean cut, and there was people getting very emotional defending him. Seeing Papoose, he was holding her down for 6 years. This is just my speculation. I would just, if I had to ask any question, I would say, how much involvement did you have to do with her arrest? If you felt so inclined to be that loyal, or was it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know that she did what she did, but how much involvement? Because, people do what they do besides from music. And I'm just saying, like, there's so many unanswered questions. There could be this bitterness within Remy because I think it's more than just cheating. It's it's a deep, there's something very deep seated for someone to just lose their mind like that. And she's actually one of the more level-headed people in the hip hop game, I would say. Female, I would say.
Oh hell,
And I love her, and I love her thought process, and I love everything in it. And another thing is too is like, if you were such a bad person, then these people wouldn't be backing you up like that. You know what I'm saying? She got people that are going real hard for her. And so I think that as a person who was in a relationship, and I understand how this is, we were portraying this other person to be this elevated upper echelon type of individual. And I was very much participating in that facade. And what happens with that problem is that when you're not keeping it real, or when you doing shit like that, you tend to think you better than other people. And instead of inspiring people, and I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about what I did with my previous relationship. It was like we was putting ourselves on this pedestal, like we was doing all these great things. When it's like, who gives a fuck? If your house is crumbling to the ground and you got shit that's just piled up, you haven't cleaned your kitchen very well, you haven't swept the back of your refrigerator and your stove for fucking months, there's like bigger things that you have to think about. And at the end of the day, fuck all this shit. That's the main thing that I realized, dude. And so I live my life very simply, more simple than I ever have, because nothing excites me but the truth anymore. I don't care about nothing else, right? And I think that I learned something very alarming about some, let's say like you belong to a book club. Okay. So you belong to this book club, y'all are cool as fuck, y'all are doing things, potlucks and shit. And then you find out something very alarming about members of this book club. Okay. I think we can all kind of relate with the narrative that's going on, anyways. So my thing was, at first it really affected me. I felt like someone like hit me in the stomach, because I'm like, oh shit, like do I not go to this book club no more? Like, but this book club has given me so much like energy and light and purpose even, right? And so it's like, I don't know. I had to deal with that. And then it took me right back to the situation where, let's say I found something very alarming about somebody in my family. Very alarming, very close too. So, but that person has passed away and I can't ask them that. I can, but then it's like, does that mean this other person's a liar? So it's like, how then? And I had to be like, dang, what do I do with all these big ass emotions? And I do not have the answer for it. The only thing that it boils down to is I was not there. Number one, my experience wasn't the same. It's not the same. I wouldn't even deal with that shit at this point for sure. So I need to give people grace, because I don't know what happened. And I'll be damned if anyone try to fuck with me and the kids at this point. You feel me? So it gives those
Absolutely.
questions, right? And so I try not to have like a sour look when I look at humans, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to have good open conversations like
Mm,
this one, and then with different people that we don't even really know.
right.
So it's like, I don't know, Queen. I just say all that to say it's like there's so much false shit out there. I like that from
Absolutely.
day one, dude. From day one that we recorded this shit, I was having marital issues. Like my partner was pissing me the fuck off. I
Hmm.
was like, really? We're gonna do this now? And
Yeah.
my hunger, Kai was there to see the whole fucking thing.
Right.
But I
And and see
appreciate,
and see with that situation, the funny shit about that situation is that that person was trying to control the narrative that was going on with us. You feel me? And therefore, the fact that we had it handled completely without anybody's fucking. I mean, basically, we learned as we grew this podcast. You feel me? So.
yep,
And the first recording was literally just us trying to figure it out, and that was the name of the game. That it was like, nah, we don't need no motherfucking advice. We gonna figure this shit out from here on in. And and he was mad. He was mad that he didn't have no word to say on it. You know what I mean? Now we move from that to your situation where, like you said, you in this book club, and you find out some shit about a couple of the members and shit. Now is the decision? Do you start a new book club with the motherfuckers that you do fuck with, and not talk to them, or do you just forget about what you know and still entertain and go to the book club? I feel like you already made that decision. You've made the decision to, what I'm saying, only connect with the book club members that you can fuck with. And even with them, you've given them boundaries. You've definitely have set boundaries with them. And therefore, and what I'm saying, we've discussed this on the podcast too. We definitely have discussed, what I'm saying, people trying to step over their boundaries, and you have to let them know, like, ain't no bumbo it now go stop. You know what I'm saying? You made it
yeah,
clear. So therefore, and then, what I'm saying, so they in their section trying to figure it out. And again, and again, you gotta be happy and proud of yourself that what I'm saying, you set your boundaries, and you not, what I'm saying, and you gonna do what you need to do to protect your peace. Now, within your book circle, you still got some members, because you only, messing with certain members. There are certain members that, what I'm saying, that you might have to educate along the way to let them know why you not fucking with those other book members. You know what I'm saying? Certain truths gonna be let out when it's time. But that's how it is. Now if we take one step back again into, people we don't know, Remy Ma and Papoose. Me personally, I feel like this. What I'm saying, she definitely, what I'm saying, she definitely, he definitely was, doing him while she was in jail. Ain't no fucking way he was outside for 6 years and just, fucking with her on, conjugal visits. Nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He had other shit going on. And once Remy came out, Remy was popping as soon as she hit the street. Remy was popping. Remy was working, and some of the opportunities that she was working with, he got to be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? As a rapper, Remy was always more successful than him. Remy got way more street cred than him. Yes, they are both lyricists, but Remy always had more street cred, was always getting more jobs, more bookings, more everything than Papoose.
You know what I'm saying? They developed this black love shit, and the black love shit had him especially looking a certain type of way, which also he was able to have monetary gains because of that too. So, in all intents and purposes, this relationship financially was working out. You know what I'm saying? More in favor for Remy than for him, because Remy was the bread maker. Remy was the official bread maker. She had more pull than he did.
I think guys that portray that good family guy to some degree have access to the most pussy, because women are constantly throwing themselves at you. Like there's something,
Basically,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why
exactly. It just
we
makes sense.
we always want what we can't have,
You know
I
what I'm
would
saying?
say, to some degree.
And the fact is, it makes sense. Any chick that's fucking with him would be like, yeah, I got the nigga that's out here screaming black love with her. You know what I'm saying? And for
Crazy.
some people, I don't know what they seeing, because Remy to me was always gorgeous. She
Oh,
always
she's
was fucking
gorgeous,
gorgeous.
always.
You
Even
know what I'm
without
saying?
all the
Even without the
the
Dr.
titties.
Miami visit, she was
Yeah,
pretty. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So you know what I mean. So you know what I mean. So now, you know what I mean. So now it's like, it's a business relationship that you no longer wanna you no longer wanna keep business with. Cool, but the worst thing, but I guess the 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 worst thing they could have did was put it out in the street. And I mean, like, with the whole black love and how they everything, but I'm talking about the whole breakup. Like, that's when you go wrong, because then you got a whole people like us that will sit down and sit down and judge you for most high, and judge your relationship, and judge this and judge that and judge whatever the fuck you doing. Because I mean, it's getting to, it's getting to the point where it's really petty out here. Like, it's, I mean, literally the boxer chick trying to fucking call herself threatening Remy, talking about, yeah, let's go in a boxing ring. And
That's
it's
crazy.
like, girl, why the fuck would I box you for a nigga that I was supporting? Like, let's be real. Let's keep it G. Remy was the money maker in the relationship, so why would she fight for him? The fuck is you talking about? Keep that slow. Take that, suck that off. I don't care what you do with it. It ain't gonna be my problem no more. It never was my problem. You know what I'm saying? But again, I feel like the main thing that broke them off is the fact is that their relationship emotionally and emotionally, mentally, just physically, it became a business relationship. And at some point, some contracts, have an expiration date. So, but it's fucked up that it had to expire like this, which again goes back to my point of what not to be doing in 2025. Let's not look at these relationships and be, you know what I'm saying, just seeing, or seeing the trips and the big engagement rings, and you know what I'm saying. And because even I have to even tell that shit to myself, because that ass is like, for instance, is this dude from Jamaica. His name Vibes Cartel. He got a new girlfriend, and that ass, when he proposed to her, the little bit of diamond I saw, I immediately started judging the diamond. Like, this little ass diamond said, why would you give her this little ass diamond? And then at the same time, it's like, first of all, that is none of my business. Second of all, maybe that's what she picked out. Maybe she liked little diamonds. The fuck? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like, yo, don't do this, the receipt shit in the street. Don't in 2025. Don't you know what I mean? If you putting your relationship out on social media, you know what I mean, don't put out after you start you get tired of that motherfucker, you talking about, oh, his dick little, and he fucking 3 and 4, but don't even do that. Just walk away quietly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Quiet moves are the best moves in 2025. You know what I'm saying?
real talk.
Because 2024 was all about revelations. It's all about people's out business in the street. So let's make some quiet moves in this motherfucker. Let's make some quiet money moves and quiet just moves. Period. Like if you breaking
Right.
up with somebody, if you put your relation just quietly it done off with that person. Like we still like right now we still hearing about fucking Offset dropping receipts on Twitter and deleting receipts on Twitter because he talking about Cardi and shit. And it's like y'all not done with that shit. Y'all got 3 kids. Y'all need to be worried about 3 fucking children rather than being on Twitter fucking, you know what I'm saying, talking about each other. Like that's in 2025. Let's stop doing that. Let's
Well,
if we
you're
done with a
absolutely
person,
right.
if we done with a person, we done with a person. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to write song verses in our stories. We don't need the receipts that you screenshotted off his phone because you done went through his phone. We don't
We
need
don't need to know that he like it in the booty. You
yeah,
know, I
we don't
just
need to know
don't,
that you stuck his finger up his booty and we don't need
because
to
it's just
know that.
like,
We
because
don't
it
need
gets
to
to
know that.
like the point of being vicious. And
Right.
then it's it's also with that, it's just like I just wish they hadn't done that. Obviously, they've deleted, such things, or so I can tell, or whatever, whatever. It's just that I'm rooting for them that they can live in their pure, authentic lives, that they don't have to, and yeah, in 2025, let's not do that. Let's not. Those are excellent points, Queen. Let's not like want for something that's just portrayed, just because we think that it's all glittery and shit. Because all gold, it does not, all that glitters is not gold. And then so I don't know. Um, as far as this, I also wanted to incorporate like giving people a gem for the week since we're on Sundays, you know what I'm saying? Just give
Oh hell
somebody
yeah.
some motherly advice. So I don't know at what point you want to do that, maybe even at the end, but I think given like calling it like gem of the week or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we could definitely. I mean, shit, we could talk about it now because I feel like, especially going into to 2025, probably the main thing on a lot of parents' minds right now is just catching up to whatever money you spent trying to give your kids a good Christmas. Yes, of course we should not, yes, we should absolutely be not encouraging this gluttonous giving gift type of excess type of shit, what I'm saying, trying to break our pockets type of shit. Of course not. Of course we shouldn't be doing this shit, but at the same time, let's keep it fucking G. Our kids watch TV. Our kids be talking to their friends. You know what I'm saying? So for a kid to hear another kid's getting this, that, and this other, and his little brother, and they come home and they, what I'm saying, and they can't, and they parent ain't it don't looking like they gonna get anything. It definitely weighs on the child's mind, you know what I'm saying? And as a parent, it does weigh on your mind that, what I'm saying, that it makes you feel some type of way that you couldn't even figure out something to make sure they had something. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like around this time of year, early 2025, we trying to catch our bills. We trying to, what I'm saying, forgive ourselves and maybe, what I'm saying, looking in the mailbox for the W-2s in order to file for taxes right away. And you know what I mean? All I want to do is definitely make people know that, yo, don't feel bad for doing for your kids. And you know what I'm saying, because because at the end of the day, if it's not just a gift, it's just it's showing them that you love them, you appreciate them, and that you work hard for them. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of giving that gift, you know what I'm saying, you enforce that idea. You had that conversation like, look, you know what I'm saying, struggles is going on, but I'm gonna make sure you have something because I love you and I want you to feel appreciated. Like the child will remember that. The child will conducively understand the lesson that you know what I'm saying, they could have not had nothing, but they moms, they father, they parents made sure and worked hard, bust they ass to make sure they had something that's given your children lessons. You know what I'm saying? So as if you of that type and emphasize on those lessons as you giving gifts to your kids and the early January season as scrambling to make sure bills is paid. Don't feel bad, you know what I mean? Feel proud of yourself for continuing to make it. Feel proud that even if you try to make money off of something creative that you made, and you happen to have a bad sale day, like don't feel bad, like know that as long as you got another day and another chance to go at it and keep going at it, and you know what I'm saying, and showing your kids that you're going to keep going at it, that ain't no give up in you at all. That's a lesson in itself. Like they watching and they definitely listening to the lessons, you know what I'm saying? Because trust me, when they get grown and they really feel grown enough to chit chat to you, they damn sure will remind you that yes, you said this, you said that. So I know that because I've experienced it. I experience it all the time. so yes, I
Mm.
think I think if anything, that's one of the good parent, motherhood, just encouraging, tidbit of the week, that yes, as you getting up to go to that 9 to 5 that you don't like, or even in the 9 to 5 that you do like, but you got to go to it and talk to people, and you know what I'm saying, and you rather be home. Shit, don't, you know what I mean, keep doing that, and don't feel bad for, you know what I'm saying, for sacrificing here and there to making sure that your family right. Word.
That's
What
always
about
a noble cause. That's the real shit. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, even if you don't celebrate the holidays, like there's definitely, people that don't, but there's just that wanting to be thoughtful, and that gesture to give your children maybe not what you find of value. And there's always a noble cause in that. And that's I think that we do that without even realizing at times, sacrificing even clothes, they
you?
grow so fast. And then another thing I was gonna say, if like mamas or nurturers out there who can't afford it, don't be too prideful to get, like, they always have toy drives and clothing drives and stuff like that. The effort,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because, dude, our first during the holidays, my kids got used to celebrating the holidays because we had a blended family.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, well, shit, I got to think of something. And so I just called these local, situations over here, and they were glad to give us stuff. And excuse me, they were able to enjoy, what they wouldn't have had, let's just say. And I didn't have to, do too much other than swallow my pride and go pick the shit up. So it's like, it does, you do have to swallow your pride when you ask for
Word.
assistance. But I just wanted to also remind, everybody that it's not hopeless, you know what I mean? I've even allegedly taken things to get things that I needed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Word.
it's
Hell yeah.
within, and it's within us. Like, so Kai's perspective, it could be different from mine, but we could both share that we will do any motherfucking thing to make sure that our kids just don't miss out. And it's not like we trying to do anything but just give them as much chance to just enjoy themselves within reason. You know what I'm saying? Even if, let's say, I had unlimited resources, I wouldn't get them I wouldn't buy them no crazy shit, I promise you. Because I think that could destroy a kid in a sense. Like, what does a motherfucker do with a Lambo at like 9? I don't know. What do rich people do? I don't know.
Right, because those are the ones that's giving out Lambos.
Well,
You know,
I
at
mean,
least the
I guess
Lambo little,
maybe
the
that's
little
excessive,
Lambo toy car, the
but
little Lambo toy car and shit. Yes.
some of these gifts and some of these outlandish parties, honestly, no judgment, but then you might as well buy a whole fleet of cars. You can without, and
Yeah.
it's just like there's just certain things that I know I won't do because there's certain things I do now that I won't, even though I can, because it just seems ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, let me tell you something. First of all, when it comes to the toy drives and clothing drives, especially around these holiday times, baby, let me tell you, take advantage. If you can take advantage of them shits, take advantage of them shits. Because 9 times out of 10, the clothing drives be name brand clothes, good clothes that are like, you know what I'm saying, last season or 2 seasons that are donated. And who the fuck gonna tell where the fuck they came from? Never mind the toys. 9 times out of 10, the kids get some toys that, you know what I'm saying, that you know they're gonna break in 3 or 4 days, and it's cool because you cool with that, because at the end of the day, you didn't pay for that shit. And the people that got the budget to fucking buy these toys, I mean, shit. Let me tell you something. A lot of these schools, a lot of the churches, you know what I'm saying. Even the police stations, they get a budget to buy fucking toys and give them away. There's been plenty of times
Or
when me and my child literally have just been walking down the street, minding our business, and walking past the church, and they like, come in, come in, come in. We giving away toys. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. And they make sure and they they ain't asking you if you got a job and if you got a tree in the house where the tree is full of toys already. They like, no, we got a whole bunch of shit in here. We
that's
gotta
right.
get the fuck away. So come in here and come get some shit. And
That's right.
so who would turn down? Who would turn that down? Who the fuck is turning that down? Like what? We walk right up in there. We both, me and my child, look
Someone
at
too
each other and
prideful.
go, "You ready to? You want to go in there?" She be like, "Hell yeah, let's go see what they got." The
Someone
fuck?
too prideful, real shit. Someone be like,
You know
nah,
what
we don't need that. Okay, well then that's fine, you know? But it's like, I don't know. I really believe in also giving back to when you can, it's just something about that. It's not only like the feeling good aspect, but it's like it's the natural course of life. You know what I mean? Where you give. So I think because I'm definitely not in a position to just donate monies here and there. I wish, you know what I'm saying? I actually probably could use a donation myself in that regard.
I'm saying? Stop playing. The name of the game is we need a damn donation. The fuck you talking about? We need a donation.
Hit that cash app, y'all.
And put
But
our cash app up
it,
on these
come
YouTube
on.
streets and let the people know that
You know,
we
send it straight to
need a
us so you
donation.
ain't gotta pay that GoFundMe charge. You know what I'm saying?
Like let's
For
be
it to
real.
work.
Like yes, we
Come on, man.
keep ourselves together. We damn sure keep the kids
Yeah.
together by the grace and goodness of God. And we,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, we keep ourselves pretty, but absolutely,
Yeah.
this right here is an entertainment services. So a donation would be you paying
Well,
to
put to
for
use
us giving you entertainment. Hello, paying us for
and
entertaining
dropping
you
some game. What
and
you
dropping
talking
game, because
about?
that's what the
Give
fuck
us some of our
2025
heart,
is all about. Yes,
vulnerability,
you know what I'm
all
saying.
that.
You know what I mean? That's what
Oh my
this is all
goodness,
about. So yes,
girl.
but
So
yes,
And I was gonna say, instead of doing that, what I find is because the kids are growing immensely, I'm just putting aside just their clothes so that we can give it on. Like we accepted clothes from lots of people within the church and within my fams and shit like that. So it's like I think the best thing we can do is just at least do that. You know what I mean? And then the out with the old, in with the new energy.
Word,
And
because
you don't need that many clothes.
and then the fact is out here, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, even when we was in Seattle, they would have these, these clothing donation bins where you could just,
Mhm.
get a bag of clothes, drop it in
Word.
there, and be good with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And walk away and shit. And then that, like I said, and then out here, because first of all, Christmas, they damn sure have a lot of good deals, and then there's a lot of stores that, you know what I'm saying, that are very reasonable when it comes to kids clothes. So I try to do that. And then and at the same time, I'm not the one that's buying my child, name brand clothes unless it's motherfucking on sale. We keep it goddamn real, because at the end of the day, like you said, they grow fast and the clothes get messed up. They go to school. They painting and shit. Paint is on the clothes. Next thing you gotta,
Mhm.
more now. So they going through that shit. So at the end of the day, a donation to us wouldn't necessarily go to, you know what I'm saying, our weed habits. It would go to helping our general motherfucking world, because we got a lot of shit going on in our world.
Yes,
Speaking of which,
ma'am.
you know what I mean? Speaking of
Yes.
which, like I said in the episode of 20, being that this episode is dropping in 2025, I want to go ahead and talk about, you know what I'm saying, another thing that we are definitely, you know, gonna be doing, which is, you know what I'm saying, planning, bigger shit for us, you know what I'm saying, mentally, setting affirmations, setting goals, setting, things that we definitely want to do, and, in places we want to be. Now, I feel like this, you know what I mean, the you know what I mean, the name of the game for us is to do a live show. Now, one of the offers made to me was that if we ever wanted to do another live show, we could always do it at EENY's store. They is because I actually bumped into her yesterday, and I bumped into one of the owners yesterday, or a while, because they were doing a small business Saturday at the mall.
That is what's
And
up.
they,
Shout out ENY.
yes, and I bumped into one of the owners, and she was like, you know what? She was like, Kai, we got 24-hour access to our store. So if at any point you wanted to, do a live podcast at our store, that would be cool. And I was like, you know what? Hell the fuck yeah, because their store is in the cut of a little strip mall inside of a building. So not only would that be cool, but not only would that advertise their business, but also we could, we could literally have, genuine conversations about, not only business, but, talk to customers if we wanted to, have them on the podcast. You never know who walk in there, because and because they're literally in the cut of, like I said, in the cut of this strip mall inside, like 2 stores before you reach to their store is a little weed shop. So I mean, people, they're definitely people that they come through that, are, you know in love with the ganja, and definitely will meet a lot of interesting people, and it would just be just a great vibe in the first place. So,
Oh my gosh, that sounds lovely. We would need to, I would want to do that right. Do it, excuse me. I'd say if we can plan it for like within the next 6 months, maybe something like give ourselves some time and obviously have
yeah.
multiple conversations offline. But dude, that sounds amazing because there's already like off bat things that I wouldn't do again. And that I've learned.
Honestly, no, but it's not even, not to cut you off, but it's because we wouldn't want to do the same type of show again anyway.
Right.
This literally would be about just us focusing mostly on us and just being it being impromptu. If we invite
Okay.
somebody, if we invite somebody, we could invite somebody, but if we don't, it would just be like an impromptu type of thing where we could just
Okay.
host a little something because again it's a cute little
Okay.
place, so it wouldn't what I'm saying, it wouldn't be nothing like we would if we invited a couple of people. It wouldn't be like something that we could invite more than maybe 10 more than 20 people. High Storm in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana Rolling Papers in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana merch in the building. If you're here, we thank you and we most certainly appreciate you. But we want you to spread the word, tell a friend, subscribe, make sure and get yourself some rolling papers. And of course, if you want to sponsor an episode, if you want to be on an episode, if you have products you want to show us that we want to show the people, come through. You feel me? Motherhood Sex Marijuana Rolling Papers merch, YouTube, subscribe, fight all the algorithms and let us get in. Huh?
Oh, you know what? You know who we should hit up for real? We should hit up Brass or Maya.
Yes.
Or am I saying it wrong? Is it Maya? I keep fucking it up.
No,
Mia.
it's Maya. Yeah, it's definitely Maya because I was
Okay.
saying Mia. It's Maya.
Okay, so Maya, we could hit her up, right? Coordinate with her to meet us with that other beautiful queen that we met. Probably we could get us, her wife, the wives of ENY, me,
Mhm.
you, and the other ladies, and whoever they bring with them on their crew. And we got a show right there.
Mhm. Word. Hell yeah. We like I said, like I said, we could definitely plan something, and that would be more of, a show for us directly. You feel me? It wouldn't be, yes, we could have sponsors and shit, but at the name of the game would be focusing on us and the brand, and you know what I'm saying, and having
And what they've got going on.
and what they got going on, and just what I'm saying, and just having a nice cute little one little something right there. And I was just like, yeah, definitely, that's
I
just sound
love
good.
that. It would make
That
sense
sound
that
good.
I buy my glasses from there. Maybe, we could both go glasses shopping within, the 6 months. Of course, we got time.
Oh,
And
hell yeah,
that as
because
part of
then
it.
they're definitely gonna come out with something new and something fresh, you know what I mean? And us being in the building would definitely be just like it would be a whole vibe. It would definitely be a whole vibe. So I was
Yes,
like, I
ma'am.
was I was glad. Like I said, everything happened for a reason. So I because literally I went to the mall telling myself, okay, I'm only going to Sephora. Kai, go to Sephora and that's it. You don't have it, okay? You don't have it. So take your ass to Sephora. You buy the little eyebrow gel that you need. How much is it? It is $16. You go in there and you buy it and you leave the mall. No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I went in. I went in went into Sephora, and the eyebrow gel was on sale. So instead of $16, it was $9. So immediately I was like, oh, and then I saw her over there with the glasses, and I was like, oh shit. Okay, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Still went over there, and it was like, oh man. Oh man, and I told myself, I was like, yo, I really want another pair. I really want another pair. And immediately, as much as I kept saying no, but then because we people, she automatically gave me a deal, and shit, why, who gonna ignore a deal? I ain't gonna ignore a deal. So immediately I caught what I needed to grab, and then I left the goddamn mall because I was like, nah, now you doing too much. Get your ass out the mall. Ass out this mall. But I looked at it as, listen, you work hard, you deserve a present. You know what I'm saying? You
So
deserve a present. You deserve a present. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for getting yourself something. You know what I
No.
mean? 2025, absolutely. Do not feel bad for getting yourself, son. You deserve that shit. The fuck? You know what I mean? And and then another thing I want to talk about, because of course the episode before this is about Kayla and her whole, trip to Panama, and the the level of, I don't want to call it level of struggles. I want to just, she's embarking. I feel like, she embarking on a journey that, I'm saying, she might have not, had all the information she needed to have in order to fully be prepared and, go forth with this journey. So she's definitely encountering some, some stumbling blocks in her shit. And what I'm saying, so encouragement, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, definitely is definitely something that I know she, she definitely need. And I want to talk about it because I feel like, what I mean, even as we pass, holidays like Christmas, New Year's and shit like that, what I mean, a lot of people, unfortunately have had, certain tragedies that happen that they automatically associate, with certain holidays like Christmas and New Year's and shit like that. You know what I mean? And then, and it's not like it ends as soon as it gets past the New Year. We still got motherfucking, Valentine's Day, if you celebrate that shit. You know what I mean? We got you know what I mean? And then we got, the for at least for the on the East Coast, between January and March, winter get real wicked around here. So, just just the whole bundling up and trying to rush around, and what I'm saying, and let's say you one of these people that's rushing around, and then you get to the house and you don't really got, nobody you interact with, other than, what I'm saying, maybe a dog or a plant or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And during these times, is like the most difficult times to emotionally, spiritually, mentally be okay. So I feel like, what I'm saying, let's do whatever, let in 2025, do whatever you need to do for yourself to be okay, and be able to overcome, whatever, whatever these times mean to you. Like, if, if these holiday times mean, is associated with some sadness in your life, what I'm saying, do what you need to do to get over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, what I mean, we need to be here. We need to remember that you need to be here. We can't, you can't be encouraging the delete myself type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? I feel like around this time of year, a lot of people be on, it's easy or quick to go to that delete myself type of mentality. And it's like, based on whatever you got associated to, these holidays, or this time of year, so
Mhm.
let's figure out some, let's be about mental health. Let's be about good mental health. Let's recognize and, take accountability when, what I'm saying, when something is going wrong with us and we got to actually, seek help. You know what I mean? Like, let's work, let's be more quick to work on that, and not worry about what other motherfuckers gonna think about you, while you know what I'm saying, if you gotta like go to therapy or all that shit. Like, because other motherfuckers' thoughts don't matter. It's about how you live in your life and how you deal with your life. You feel me? So in 2025, that I think that's one of the main things we gotta make sure and keep up with good mental health. And, what I'm saying, let's, don't let the internet, have you feeling, don't let the bad feelings drag you in. You know what I mean? Just don't let it, just, what I mean, work on yourself and work on whatever you need to do to, overcome any kind of negativity that'll have you thinking about, you know, whatever is hurting you, whatever is ailing you, you know what I mean, whatever that situation is, you know what I mean. It might be hard to get to get over, because it might be, you know, somebody's, you know, passing away that's really important in your life, you know what I mean. So it's some shit like that is, that shit is difficult to get over, especially if it's somebody close like your mom, or you know what I mean. Like, no, but you gotta find some way to know that being here is better than trying to plan, you know, your demise. You feel me? That's what I want to say about it.
Absolutely. And you guys, there are definitely resources. Like if you just Google like hotlines and things like that. And you know, I don't take this at all lightly because, you know, we're at an age, I would say, man, you know, people I went to high school are passing away. You know, people that like a cousin that was I presume to be healthier than me, you know, I just have you know, and it's just like your I think what has happened to me in that regard is like, dang, like you're aware of your own mortality, you know, and you're aware that this is not going to be a forever spot right here. And you also to be cognizant to the fact of what you do here really matters. Like you never know who you inspire. I'm sure I've pissed off people all the time, but you know, we've heard countless, you know, people tell us that they love what we do and we love what we do. But I would say that one thing that I learned as I'm grieving through a lot of things, because it's one thing to grieve someone that's passed away, but then to grieve somebody that's still alive is a whole nother situation because it gets deep for some people, and especially if you really care. So I'm gonna be very honest.
I felt that one. I ain't
Dude,
gonna front. I
wait.
felt that one. That hit personal too. Word hit personal too. Because
Please.
I wouldn't say I'm grieving, because I mean, because for me it's my sister. You know what I'm saying? My sister, she lives in Atlanta. She talks to my daughter all the time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? A goddess sent her a happy birthday and told her happy birthday for me, my sister, and my mother. She in response, she saw the text message. Her birthday was Friday, and you know what I mean. And
Happy
and in
birthday.
my head, I gotta kind of. I'm not saying I mourn her, but at the same time, it's like I know she don't want to talk to me, so it's like I gotta pretend like you don't exist, but at the same time, I know you do, because you know, and it's fucked up that is that I'm waiting on you to pick a time to talk to me. Like, and what you waiting for? Like you said, life is short. You know what I mean? So
It's unpredictable and it's also fleeting. Time is definitely fleeting. Um, you know, that I used to judge people all the time, right? And I'm glad that I don't, number one, but the things I was judging them for was so stupid. Like, oh, you don't talk to your kid? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Until I had to have situations where my kids was literally not talking to me. Why? Because I'm not fucking perfect. No one is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the same time, it's like life really showed me my deep imperfections because I was even considering, I was like, am I a narcissist or am I a psychopath? Because, and the reason why I I was thinking about that was because I felt this disconnect toward my feelings with regards to the psychopath thing. That's pretty intense, but I did ask myself that because I was like, do you feel anything? Is it cool all the time? Like real shit. Because I'm one of those motherfuckers when it's, hey, we over here, I'm at work, whatever. Hi, how are you? You would never think something was wrong. Kai knows me for me, so she's seen me not having it being cool. But most people, if they don't know me, they would never know what was on my mind for real. They would just think I'm a jolly teddy bear, right? So it's like I noticed that because of my trauma and because of my upbringing, I was a people pleaser. I also did a lot of masking, and these things are tied to a lot of mental health issues. And so the
Right.
reason why I'm saying I'm pinpointing these certain things that I learned about myself was because I was also in various relationships with people that had severe mental health issues. And some I didn't know, and some I did, right? But I thought that I could help them or fix them. But it's like, now that's a crazy thing to say. Like, how can you fucking fix somebody when you don't even know what your mental health issues are? And so there'd be a lot of people on these podcasts and all these panels, real shit, with answers to questions. And it's like, do you even understand what the problem is? Because I don't think, or
Word.
do you have the depth to understand the veracity or whatever in the question
Word.
for this very severe experience. And that's why I'll be very quick to be like, I don't know. If I don't know shit about it. You ask me about a dildo, I got you, boo, all day. I'm just out. But there's just some things, it's like I'm barely like learning shit about myself. And that's not only the truth, but that is what it is for everybody. Like I
Word.
think so, I don't remember who said it, but it's like there's no such thing as being completely healed. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Right.
I think of someone that's fucking healed as fuck, I think of Queen Afua. You know who that is, right?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay. I'll text you. But she's amazing. She's amazing. But even her, if you're an earthling here, no matter your diet, your education, your depth of knowledge, and your spirituality, you are
Mhm.
still a human. And so I think my gem for the week to help everybody would just be like, just have some grace for yourself,
Word.
because I used to and that was what was happening. I had this like imposter syndrome going on. Why? I can't tell you exactly why, other than it was in response to my upbringing. So some people, if they was growing up in like a super religious, super strict, you always had to mind your P's and Q's and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There was repercussions when you didn't. Like, there's one thing to be strict, but there's another thing to be radically religious, to where like you don't question shit. We just do this and that's it.
Oh hell yeah.
Always had a pushback on that because I've always been an inquisitive child. So eventually that voice shut up like this until I
Mhm.
had to gain it again myself. So
Mhm.
it's like I'm really big on, and sometimes it's like when my kids piss me off because I don't like how they're like talking to me, it's like, yeah, first of all, it's always gonna be watch how you talk to me. But it's also like, what questions can I ask them? Like, why is my baby girl so irritable right now? I know,
Mhm.
is she, it's not the hunger thing, like, and then I find out when I ask a couple of questions, this motherfuckers is fucking with her at school. So it's like
Mhm.
these are just things that I just had to humble myself, because I really wanted to just smack her for giving, because I thought she wasn't complying, but she was in her own mind, and she was feeling really sad. And she
Right.
just didn't know how to like express that. But then after that conversation, it was cool. It's like, and the only thing I told her that I could help her out with is people in this world can be fucked up. I
Yeah.
use those exact words. I said, and they're raised by people that are even more fucked up. So it's
Mhm.
like, just know that that's not true. That's all I could give her, because there are going to be people that fuck with our babies. There's no
Right.
people that fuck with us all the time.
Right, right. And at the end of the day, the main thing you can tell her is find a way to fuck that with that person back. Like to
Yeah.
fuck, they talking about you.
I
Find
mean,
something to talk about them, because the fuck.
dude,
So
my thing is, let them say what they want. They hit you, it's on. And I expect you to act accordingly because
act
you're
accordingly.
defending yourself. That's it.
Exactly.
But don't you go starting nothing, because I do not want to be talking to these motherfuckers
No,
any more
they
than
ain't
I
no
have to.
starting. But if you defending yourself, then of course I'm gonna show up and defend you like you defending yourself. That's how that shit gonna go.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I was going to ask you something. Because your I would say your middle child is very different from your youngest child, or all of them are different, right, from each other. But
I say the middle one is the most different, definitely.
okay, so whereas the middle one, or Sela, excuse me, my oldest is getting picked on, I have this other motherfucker over here who's doing the picking on.
Oh, no. I can imagine. Your man is like, nah,
Girl.
I wanna fight somebody. What's good? You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I wanna fight. Let's good. I wanna fight somebody. What's up?
He
Yeah,
is
yeah.
he's the problem. And it's like, dang, yo, like I'm telling, the lady, I'm sorry. He actually did grow up in kind of a violent environment, to be honest with you. We're having to unlearn. I mean, I'm tired of explaining all my shit so they don't have to fucking ring the alarms, to be honest with you. And it's
Right.
like, that's what I signed up for. You're gonna have to answer some questions to these motherfuckers when things like this happen. Okay.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so it's like she's telling me like all this shit, and my eyes are just going so wide, and I'm just like, oh my God. And it's the type of shit, Kai, where it's like if you was the other person, like the parent of the other kid, you would be ready to rip the school to shreds.
Mm, I
That's
feel you.
what he came out. And so I had to ask him, and I was like, okay, why are you picking on these kids? And he pretty much told me the story that they was picking on him first, and he's just letting them know they can't mess with him. He's the man. I was like, oh God, where the hell did you learn that?
I mean, and at the end of the day, when you hear it like that, then you gotta say to yourself, okay, so hold on. So they was messing with you first, and you was chill, and then you decided to just lose and let out wrath on everybody. I feel you, but
Yeah,
listen, you gotta plan things a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Get this one this week, but then wait 2 weeks to get the other one. I'm just saying, let's not do repeats because then
right,
they're gonna call me. I'm just
right,
saying, let's figure out a way so that you know what I'm saying. You let them know, but you did so that they don't call me. If I
right.
don't need them to call me.
And this is information I had to teach them too. Like, you need to tell me about this before they tell me. Because if they
Word.
tell
That's
me,
true.
mom's going to get very upset with you. You have to tell me. I'm
Yeah,
not going to be ever mad at you for defending yourself. In fact,
exactly.
I told Sid, I was like, I wish you would defend yourself some more, to be real. But
Word.
but yeah, I can't have no bullying either. And he can't be having this overinflated ego shit. Nah,
Nah,
fuck that.
nah.
It's a balance.
Absolutely. But at the same time, you get it because he a boy. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you got to let people know that not to play with you, but at the same time, you got to space out these punishments you want to deal out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And yes, and yes, Sheila, you definitely got to defend yourself because come on, now, as a female myself, you know what I mean. You can let her know, like as a female myself, we are ruthless. We are fucking ruthless, and if we think we can play with you once, we're gonna continue to play with you. So you gotta let. So as soon as a chick play with you first time, you make it the last time, and then make her example in front of everybody. You feel me? Make her an example in front of everybody so that everybody can see what it is. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna show up and defend you all through the whole situation. But the name of the game is you not finna take no bullshit for nobody because that's not what we doing. We not ain't nobody no built-in punk. Nah. We not doing built-in punk, okay? So let's puff up our chest a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially she a little thick girl too. She could puff up her chest and scare somebody's child. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? She could puff up her chest and scare somebody's child real quick. You know what I mean?
agreed. And that's the thing. It's just like I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you how I think you should. No, I can't tell you what to do, but I can just tell you what I will allow and I will understand for you to do in
Word.
those circumstances. Because I've been there too. I've been bullied before because I didn't have no confidence. And then I had to be, I can't ever say I was ever a bully, but I know how it feels when humans are just nasty for no reason.
I
But I had
mean,
to learn that.
that's literally how kids get to know each other. There's got to be some level of bullying or somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's why, like I said, when it comes to a goddess, like you gotta piss her off first. Like you know what I mean? You gotta piss her off first. Versus Anaya, she like as soon as you try to approach that shit, she gonna be ready to raise up and ready to fuck you up, and it's like nah. You know what I'm saying? That I literally in my head, yo, that ass Africa and Anaya are very much similar when it comes to certain personalities. Like, nah, you not finna run, you not finna run up. Chill out, back up. You know what I mean? Back up. You know what I mean? A goddess is gonna look at you, give you one of these looks one time, and be like, you know what I mean? And in the midst of that look, she's giving you a chance to back the fuck up. You know what I mean? She not finna tell you back the fuck up yet, but she gonna give you that look that says, I don't want to do this, but if you make me, okay.
Real talk.
Real fucking talk. You know what I mean?
There's a confidence that comes with that, and that's what I want to have eventually with all of them.
It's there. You just gotta mold it a different way. You just gotta mold it a different way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mold it in there somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? The Pacific Northwest is turning me into a pussy for real. All I want to do is bake cookies and eat and drink hot beverages and just go to the park. That's all I want to do.
Child, you know what? Literally, in our rich life, that's what we gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Get the. I mean, by that time, my kids will be bigger, so that they don't gonna be wanting to go to no damn park. But I mean, seriously, the name of the game is literally it is coming on camera doing about an hour and a half worth of work, getting some big fat direct deposit checks, and then living the rest of our lives as we as rich and wealthy women.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I literally was saying that shit the other day to myself, like, yo, what that's the life right there. Going on stage or being in front of a camera for like an hour and a half, getting the big fat direct deposit, and then going about your motherfucking life. Like, I got shit to do. Like, what?
It would be a wire transfer in this situation.
What? Shit. It don't matter how it get to the account. Just make sure it get to the account and it's live as soon as it hit the account. I don't want to see. Oh, it's just pending. Pending. What kind of word is that? What that word mean? No, I want it to hit I want it to be live as soon as it touched the account. I want it to drop live. You know what I mean? I was literally thinking that I honestly was yes, an hour and a half worth of work, and then go about our life. Like, we got weed to smoke. We got I got shit to
and then getting hella dick down afterwards.
You know what I mean? I gotta go shopping. I got this shit I got to do. But I was working for an hour and a half. That's what I do.
That's right.
That's what I do. That's what we do.
That's right. I love that. Hey, if they can do the shit that they're doing now, whoever, we could do that. That's a very realistic, tangible goal that can occur within the next year.
Absolutely. I'm like, yo, if Kai Sanat and them motherfuckers could sit and play games and talk shit and get millions and billions, I don't see why. I don't see why we can't have a piece. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we do an hour and a half worth of work, an hour 45, the most we do. and then we go about our fucking lives. We don't have to talk to anybody else that we don't want to. I mean, we might talk to, producers, and and we might talk to, managers and shit that make sure we get our endorsement money and shit like that. But other than that, that's all the work we should be doing, is what I'm saying in 2025. Fuck that.
Definite. Man,
Word.
shout out to all my lovers out there. You know who you are.
Lord, it's got to be lovers. It's got to be plural.
Hey, I'm living my best life in any way that I possibly can. Let's just say I'm very selective, which is what we want, right?
Right? We absolutely
But
very, very choosy. We want niggas we want a whole security man at the door, like, you on the list? Is you on the list? No, I ain't see your name. I wouldn't even wrote your name on that list, fam. Get off my line. You ain't even on
right.
the list.
Right. So
Go
we're very selective, but I have a few lovers that I'm entertaining at the moment. What I like about these situations is that I don't need to come with anything. I'm exactly this. And I don't need to feel like I need to do anything. I'm just existing, and we're getting to know each other on a very, I would say, mental capacity, spiritual capacity. Motherfuckers just like to look. Yes, sometimes we just like to look in each other's eyes. Couple of these motherfuckers, I just like to look in their eyes, and I like to feel whatever energy I can feel. You know what I'm saying? This never happened before, besides like a family member saying it. But one gentleman asked me if he could pay me for the day, or as long as he could, until my kids was off. And I was like, you know what? As good as that sounds, which I appreciated that gesture, I do take pride in what my schedule is, because I'm at a point where I'm doing things that I want to do, and I'm not in any ways like rich, but I'm not trying to be right now. It's just gonna happen. Let's just say that we're putting our seeds out there, just like Queen said. Eventually, there's gonna be an abundance of wealth, which comes with what? But we on a mission right now. And I would do this shit for free, always, But I do appreciate you so much. And is there any we didn't talk about sex at all?
That's true. That's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, the name of the game. I guess I guess I just automatically assume that is written in the clouds, that in 2025, 2026, and ongoing, we must be fucking. No, we must. We must. I mean, we must. That's
I haven't had sex with a couple of people I'm talking to, actually. Actually, everybody that I'm talking to, besides one person, I haven't had sex with.
But in your situation, child, in your situation, we need to concentrate on conversation and development and actual relationship, establishment. Because the fact is, in your situation, sex kind of convolutes, what the fuck is going on.
True.
And we need foundation. We need actual concrete foundation. And I figure, conversations is just the beginning of, I'm saying, weeding out the clouds. Like we, I'm saying? It's like, think of it like America's Top Model or whatever. You got 12 motherfuckers, and then and eventually, I'm saying, we giving everybody a test, and whoever can fail a test is going to leave the house. We gonna give you your leaving papers, and you go
silent night, man.
And then when we get to the final one, if that final one works out to be a good one, then I'm saying, and he's already went through a couple of tests and has passed, and therefore you have learned some information, you have understood some, you reached a toleration of certain things that maybe he might be bringing to the table. You maybe reached a certain toleration level with it. Either way, by the time you get to the last person on the list, they'll be that well vetted, well fucking researched on, well fucking gone through many hurdles in order to be at that level. You know what I'm saying? That's where, again, That's what I feel it needs to be for you in 2025. It's about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get a squad up. Let's do like the pop balloon challenge fuckers. You know what I'm saying? We figure out who we gonna pop the balloon
Those
on.
motherfuckers are so
You
shallow,
gotta go. Like you just said, what? You like what? Yeah, no, pop your balloon. Get up out of here. You you go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You
It's
know,
like after careful review, your
after careful
application has been
review.
denied.
After careful review, you know what I'm saying, you know, your, what do they say? Your qualifications were impressive.
Man,
However, we decided to go with another candidate. No, we decided to go with another candidate.
yes.
That,
But
that,
well
that's
wishes to
you know what I'm
you.
saying? Well wishes to you though. You know what I'm saying? We went with the candidate that better fit our needs. Better
It
fit.
happens all the time, baby. You'll be just fine,
You'll be
darling.
okay though. You'll be okay though. We wish you well.
You'll be all right.
You know what I'm saying? We may keep your application to reach out for you in the future. We may not. Don't look for us though. Don't look for us. Don't look for us. Absolutely not. Don't
Oh
look for
Lord, have mercy. It
us.
feels good to
Yes.
be on this versus the oh my gosh, will anyone ever love me? Man, fuck all that shit.
Exactly. Fuck all
I
that
love
shit.
you, man. Motherfuckers do love me regardless. I ain't gotta do
Exactly.
shit.
And they got, and at the end of the day, you got to work for the prize, and
Hey,
ain't nobody just coming through the security. Your security dude gonna only have your name on the list if I tell him your name on and put your name on the list. So
gotcha.
yeah, you
Precious
gotta
Barbara.
go through security. You gotta go through security. Shit.
Some
And I figure on that note, this is a great spot to end the episode because motherhood sex
sex
man
one in the motherfucking building.
in 2025 we doing
Ah,
it. Yes, we doing it. We
Happy
are
New Year,
doing it.
motherfuckers.
Happy New Year, everybody. Yes, and you gonna be doing it too with us. So
That's right.
let,
I
let,
love you, Queen.
let's get it on. Love you too, Queen. See you later.
See ya.
All right now.